Call the school committee to order Monday, April 4th, 2022 at 6 p.m. Mr. Hughes, would you lead us in the salute to the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
School committee members and student reports. School committee chair report. I have nothing to report at this time. Resource committee, Mr. Stevens.
Nothing at this time?
School building needs, Mr. Stevens.
Nothing at this time?
Any questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none. Policy committee, Mr. Horgan. He's not here. Okay. Student support, Dr. Knight.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to say thank you to Councilor Sally Cragen and committee member Mr. Stevens Peters for all the valuable tips on how to be a more effective as a student support subcommittee chair. I also was able to meet 2 weeks ago with Superintendent Mr. Jokela and also Assistant Superintendent Thompson to strategize and for more opportunities to better serve our students. And also, and I know others are also attending to this, but last Wednesday, the mass webinar that took place on policies and to support descendants of Indigenous students was very enlightening, and I'm having fun with these webinars, so please continue to invite me to those. And lastly, I would like to welcome Mr. Thomas Hughes to the school committee group. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Personnel Subcommittee, that would be me, and I have nothing to report at this time. However, we will be entering executive session at the end of the meeting to discuss a personnel matter. Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if he has anything.
Mr. Horgan, do you have anything to report on the Policy Subcommittee?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
We don't have anything to present tonight, but on the last meeting, we went over several policies. One that's ready for the second reading, which we'll probably bring to the next meeting, is the busing policy. We also went over crowdsourcing, public comment policy, and then we talked about the recodification process to get the policy book up to the Massachusetts Association of School Committees, reference manual standards. So we made progress on all those, but we don't have a final copy to go over tonight. So next meeting, we'll have a few policies to approve, and that's it.
Any questions
Yeah.
from the committee? Comments, concerns? Seeing none? There is no, I have nothing to report on the executive committee. Student representatives, Ms. Gopal.
On March 30th, Fitchburg High hosted parent-teacher conferences. There were 103 attendees, 68 were in person, and 35 were virtual. To answer Ms. Knight's question regarding the percentage of Hispanic attendees, I can't disclose that information because it consists of personal information, and also I do not have access to that. On April 8th, 9th, and 10th, the Drama Club at Fitchburg High is presenting the production The Chevalier. On April 8th and 9th, the production begins at 7 p.m., and on the 10th, the production begins at 2 p.m. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. That's everything. Great. Any questions? Thank you very much. Moving on. I understand there is a person waiting to make a public comment, limiting it to 3 minutes in length, and maybe submitted to the superintendent via email. And is that person available?
She is not available at this time, or she or he is not.
Okay. I think it was a she, right? I think it was. Yeah.
There was, pull it up.
Well,
I got it.
okay. Moving on.
Approve the minutes.
Superintendent's, what?
Approve the minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, approval of the minutes for the previous school committee meeting of March 21st, 2022.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion made and seconded to approve the minutes from March 21 of 2022. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It is unanimous. Thank you. Executive session, not at this time. We will, though, however, go into executive session at the close of the meeting. Communications?
I'll just read the the comment from.
Okay, yep.
So we did have one individual who submitted a public comment by way of our email, fpsquestions@fitchburg.k12.ma.us from Nicole Maldonado, stating that I am opposing the time changes that are being proposed for the elementary schools. It is inconvenient for me as a working mom. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Maldonado.
Excuse me, I couldn't
Yes.
really understand, I didn't understand that, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Superintendent, but
repeat it.
could you speak a little louder?
Yep, sure.
Thank you.
From Nicole Maldonado, I am opposing the time changes that are being proposed for the elementary schools. It is inconvenient for me as a working mom.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving forward, superintendent's report.
You've got to move it.
We'd like to take the presentation of dog license awareness poster contest awards winners. I'd like to move that to the top of the superintendent's report. Do I hear a motion?
Motion made.
Motion made and seconded to take presentation of dog license awareness poster contest awards. Now, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It is unanimous. Thank you. Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to welcome Sally Cragen, former school committee member emeritus, and Police Chief Martineau up to the table here.
Thank you. I'd like to bring up the chief and also Kelly Morrison. So we've had the dog license awareness poster contest since you guys were in preschool. So we've had it for a little while, and it is thrilling to have this many submissions. And I'd like to turn this over, I think, first to the chief and then to Kelly, because you can talk a little bit about the artists, and the chief can talk about the importance of, getting the rabies shot vaccine for your dog, and then the dog license. We have thousands of dogs in Fitchburg. A lot of them do go missing, and this ensures that they will find their way home. So, Chief Martineau, one of our judges.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Superintendent, members of the school board. Once again, this year was really an honor to take part in this poster contest with our school department. We've had a long-standing history with Sally when she was a member of the school board doing this poster contest with our school children. And, this really highlights the connectivity the police department has with our school department and how important it is that we have that type of relationship with our children. Specifically, as it relates to dogs, dog licensing, and the importance behind all the aspects with dogs, we really want to educate our school children, and not just our school children, but the general public on the importance behind proper animal care when it comes to dogs and pets. And this was a good opportunity to really highlight some of the talent within the city schools on the posters that they distributed this year. I took time, I had over 300 posters that I looked at in my office, and I had them spread out on my table. And I'll tell you, we got some talented children in our school system. And this year was a little bit tough to really decide on who was going to be the winner and who were going to be the runner-ups. But they were colorful, they were just thoughtful, and you could tell our students really put a lot of time into it. And I thank them for each and every submittal that they did tonight. And we came up with the ones that we thought were the best. And, like I said in the very beginning, this is important that the police department has this type of connectivity with our school department, because I think we're really building bridges, not just on dog pitches, but bridges with our school children and the police department. So I'd like to thank Sally for this opportunity, thank the school department for their continued support and relationship with the police department. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Kelly.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm Kelly Morrison, the art teacher at Crocker. I was so excited to take a part in this opportunity. It's always fun to connect community with art. And we made it educational. We talked about composition and color and value. And the kids really took to it. They were excited to help the community, and we all love animals, and our pets are so special to us. So it was a really great thing to take part in. So thank you.
Great. So I think what we're going to do tonight, because we're going to do this in two parts, we're going to have the trophies from FPD be presented by Lieutenant Jeffrey Howe tomorrow night. But tonight we have a mayoral citation, and I think we'd like to acknowledge our honorable mention winners. And I think you've got the list in front of you, Mr. Mayor?
I do.
So we'll call up our, let's do this. So I didn't prepare everyone, but when the mayor calls your name, come up and just say what grade you're in, because we know you're all at Crocker. And if you have a pet at home, not this year, maybe in a few years. And if you have a pet alone, and what you like about doing art, because we had a lot of variety. So I'll turn it back over to our chair, Mayor DiNatale.
Thank you. By the way, let's have a round of applause for Sally. Should I do first place last?
Yes.
First place last, okay, got it.
Maybe, well, if we, you guys will be, why don't we have them come to the table?
Yeah.
So just come and stand at the table, and you can say your name,
Yeah,
and then everyone's, you're famous now.
all right. First, honorable mention, Maria Uribe Calderon.
Yeah, you can just go like that.
What?
My name is Maria Yuri Calderon. I'm in 4th grade. I like doing art because,
Okay.
like, it's like fun to do. Like, it's a fun experiment. I like drawing my favorite type of characters and like sketching and like anything that my teacher tells me to do and draw, I draw it, and like it's pretty like fun. So I just think about stuff in my mind, and then like if I find what I want to draw, I copy it and draw it.
Thank you.
So I did put goodie bags together tonight for our winners. You'll get trophies tomorrow. Marie, that was so thoughtful. That was so thoughtful. And the mayor has something for you too. There's your goodie bag. Go on up and have a handshake.
Maria, congratulations.
Congratulations.
I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Aliyah Dare? There you are.
My name is Aliyah Dare, and I'm in 4th grade, and I have 2 cats. And the reason I like doing art is because it's interesting, and you can make new things out of paint and coloring.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
These are very special flags, you know. Congratulations, thank you. Okay. Asia Warren? There you are.
Hi, my name is Asia Warren, and I just love art in many different ways because I can be really creative with it, and there's really no rules to making art. And I am really caring for pets, and I have multiple of them at home, and I just really care for them.
Great.
Leave without the good stuff.
Oh, that's a, oh, wrong one. Yeah, right. Good man, Bob. There you go, congratulations. Thank you. Next, Jaden Bello Arroyo.
Hi, Hi, my name is Jaden, and I'm in 3rd grade. And the reason why I like drawing art is because it looks very realistic, and I have 3 dogs at home. And thank you for letting me.
You have
be
3
here.
dogs?
Yeah,
3?
yeah.
Wow, okay. Great. Congratulations. Go, Jaden. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. All right. We saved the best for last, right? This is a very, very special family to me in the mayor's office. And the family are good friends of the mayor and the city of Fitchburg. And the first place in being honored in recognition, this is our citation from the city. Be it hereby known to all that the city of Fitchburg, Massachusetts hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Isabella Davila Leon in recognition of being honored with first prize in the city's Dog License Awareness Poster Contest. And this is it right here. Okay. The entire citizenry extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued good fortune. It's given this 4th day of April 2022 by Stephen L. DiNatale, Mayor of the City of Fitchburg. Congratulations, Isabella.
Hello, my name is Isabella, and I have 2 pets at home, and I'm in 4th grade. And the reason why I like art is because I get to be creative about it. And whenever I just think of something, I can just draw about it, and then I just put it up on a wall, and it's just memory.
Great. She's so cute. Okay.
We can show the poster, too.
Yes. What do we got? Yep. Come on up, Isabel. Here's the citation and little card. Congratulations.
Good job. Congratulations.
All right, and I want to thank all the parents for coming here tonight.
Yeah. Thank you, parents.
Yeah. And I think what we really need is a picture of the kids with the mayor. So if we can, what do we usually do? Can we gather up all the young ones?
Yeah.
All the young artists, come on up, we'll get a photograph.
Yep. We'll come up right in front here.
Yep. These people are here.
May I speak while they're lining up? I just want to say, I don't envy the chief's responsibility looking at 300 of these 5. Yeah. And
Love that. Look at this. My goodness.
All right, that's all right.
Ready?
Find it, yeah.
We ready, Bob?
Yeah, I think we're ready. We're just
Okay.
getting the video ready to run. If not, John,
Okay.
I think I can access.
Go ahead, Bob. This is yours. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So the next item on the agenda is our the world premiere of the Fitchburg Public Schools staff recruiting video. We're trying new things to try to attract staff to fit not only the city of Fitchburg, but to Fitchburg Public Schools. And we retained a local firm to help us put together a video that we think captures the essence of who Fitchburg is, as a city, as a school department, and it highlights our students, one of who is a student council committee rep. So, Tia, this is your premiere as well. So,
All right, okay.
John, whenever you're.
Oh, hold on, technical difficulties.
You have that's a different one.
Did somebody leave them? Coming back. Is that Sally's
We're moving up, guys. This is big. This is really big.
I think it is.
Do you want me to try?
Is that gift a working gift?
Shouldn't have down here.
Bring it up. Excuse us for the technical difficulties here.
Hold on, I got it now.
Recording stop. Recording in progress.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties, 1 second, please. Here we go.
Okay. Okay, here we go. The right presentation here.
I'm hoping.
So let's hope the audio works here. That's the key part here. John, do you know how to get the volume doesn't appear to be going on the screen? So can you pause it? And escape, go back
We got to
to-
keep it close on that.
When you share the video.
And these architecture firms get unbelievable money. And you, I don't know, just to get the architect, just to tell us how much it's going to cost. $2 million to say what's the price tag.
There we go.
Welcome to the Fitchburg Public Schools, home of the Red Raiders. Fitchburg is located in north central Worcester County. It is a diverse Title I district of 5,400 students representing at least 35 identified languages with various cultures. With exciting projects on the horizon, including an early childhood learning center, a new elementary school building, and many new employee initiatives, we are excited to offer new opportunities to invest in our employees.
The culture here in Fitchburg is one of collaboration and accountability. We work together as a team to help our students grow and achieve.
I've been in the district as a paraprofessional for about 25 years. This is my second year as actually a kindergarten teacher. It's been a wonderful journey. I've learned so much from different teachers and being able to apply what I've learned from them as a kindergarten teacher.
What makes a good teacher great is definitely being an understanding teacher.
Being helpful.
Fairness.
A teacher who's caring. I grew up in Fitchburg, and I went to Fitchburg Public Schools. While I was a para, I was involved in numerous summer camps, most notably the Gateway program that was specifically for English language learners. And I just felt like I had a connection to these kids, probably because I'm an English language learner as well.
What makes a teacher great is effort.
Being supportive. Patient.
Well, a good teacher usually teaches, and I like that.
Every teacher is here because we want to make the students successful. I can't think of a single teacher who doesn't have the students right at the center of their heart.
What I would like to be in the future is a nurse.
A massage therapist.
A ninja.
Pursue a career that helps other people.
Lawyer.
I've been working in the Fitchburg Public School System for 27 years. I enjoy working with all the students. They're awesome, and I enjoy my coworkers.
Everybody here wants to be here, and it just makes for an awesome workplace and a culture that disseminates not just the building, but the whole community.
We're like a family. We support each other and we help each other day by day.
I think what makes a good teacher great is somebody that relates.
Being kind.
The passion to teach. Compassion.
I have been working in Fitchburg for over 25 years now. This is a multicultural city, which it gives you opportunity to grow up and understand diversity background.
The work culture in my building is one where people are empowered to take on leadership roles at all levels. From the paraprofessionals and the custodians and the cafeteria folks, they're all empowered to build on their leadership skills every day.
I actually am pretty new to the school, and so far just being around the kids, being around the teachers, it's been a great learning experience for me, and I think career-wise also, it just helps people grow.
We are really invested in our people, and we are seeking to help them expand their learning and their capacity.
Fitchburg Public Schools is different from other districts because we have the best students, I would go on a limb to say, in the country.
I want to be a mom.
Police officer. A YouTuber.
Forensic scientist.
We welcome students from different cultures and we make them feel like this is their second home.
When you walk into the building, you have a sense of belonging and you have a sense of learning. Every student here knows they are present, prepared, and positive.
My dream job would be to actually be athletic director here at FHS.
A carpenter.
Famous.
I'd like to be a lawyer.
We are building the next generation of citizens and leaders, not only for the city of Fitchburg, but our state and our country.
This is something that I love doing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
This video was really put together by a few people in our office, Mary Alexandra Molina, Chad Garner, myself, and John Harmon. And largely, we came up with some ideas of what we wanted to have in the video, in terms of who we wanted to highlight, in terms of staff. We wanted to make sure that the student voice was heard. And I think the company that we went with, they're out of Westminster, Creative Solutions, really just ran with it and captured the essence, I think, in pretty much a day of shooting between Rheingold, Memorial, and Fitchburg High. So I want to thank Tia for being part of the video. I don't know, was it intimidating being filmed at all, or was it easy?
It was not. It was
no?
easy.
It's easy? Good,
Yeah.
good. But no, when some people have already seen this, people have had a very positive, almost emotional reaction to this. And this is one way for Fitchburg to introduce ourselves to people who might be living closer to Boston or in Boston. There are a number of career fairs that we've signed up for over the next month or so, largely in Eastern Mass, and we're trying to get people to come out to Central Mass, North Central Mass, Fitchburg to be specifics. And we're just trying to use whatever tools we can in media in this new world to try to introduce ourselves to prospective teachers, or it could be paraprofessionals as well, or administrators, on who Fitchburg is, what a great place it is to work, and we have the best students in the world, as as said in the video. So thank you, Tia, and thank you for the staff who were on it, and also the team that put it together. I think it really came out very well done and represents the community very well.
Very sharp. That was, I thought, really, the presentation was great. A professional look, and that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And I think we're talking about the Crocker Field folks using the same company to put something together. Great.
And I know some of our principals have actually inquired about maybe having short videos to introduce people to the individual schools like that as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
again, in this world of digital previewing, now staff we're going to post this on our website. We'll post it across all our social media platforms, and hope for the best. Try to bring the best people to the best community.
Great.
Mr. Superintendent?
Yeah.
Might you run that on FATV too as a regular?
We will investigate if we can do that. Yeah, that would be certainly a place.
And also, I'm thinking when you go to other schools to, court them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be bringing a big TV screen on our desk
Yeah.
with our banner, so the video will constantly be running. So, yeah.
Great. Any other comments? Go ahead, Mark.
Okay. So a couple things we have coming up next are really just some technical, I'm going to say bureaucratic, but they're also very important. One is the official changing of the names of 2 schools. As part of the redistricting, the school's functions and grades will be changing. So we want to make sure the new school names reflect the grades that are attending. So the first action item is in regards to changing of the name. So South Street Elementary School, the name will be changed to the South Street Early Learning Center, and McKay Arts Academy will change to the McKay Elementary School. Then the next item we have is the changing of the schedule, the June 15th, 16th, and 17th to early release days. These days will allow us to move staff across the district, and also by reducing these days to half-days, we'll still be in compliance with state time on learning requirements across the district. And then school time changes. Mr. Thompson, you want to just talk about
Absolutely. So because of the redistricting process, we had to make some changes in school times because of our tiered bus system. So next year, Longsjo Middle School, school hours for Longsjo will be 8:05 to 2:25 next year, 8:05 to 2:25. For South Street Early Learning Center, because we are shifting South Street Elementary to South Street Early Learning Center, the times will change for that school. Their times will be from 8:20 to 2:40. And then last, McKay Elementary School. McKay Elementary School time will be next year 9:05 to 3:25. So those are the 3 schools that will be affected because of the redistricting. Their times will be changing. All other schools will stay the same. Rosemary.
Regarding changing the names of the school, what's involved with that? Might it have to be changed again if there's a different concept or different numbers in the future? How official is this name changing, like banking and official papers?
This is an official name change, so we'll be informing the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education of this name change as well, and then they'll have to adjust their systems on their end accordingly to reflect the grades and whatever testing. For example, the students moving from the middle schools or McKay, and actually within the middle schools, the correct middle schools. So the data will be a little bit different next year when comparing it to this year. So it will be a little bit different. And then after 1 year, then we'll be comparing apples to apples in terms of assessment outcomes.
Right. I guess I'm just interested in the stability of the names of the schools. You know.
Well, I think I would hope that the stability of the name of the school lasts at least 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I would hope this is a long-term recommendation. Again, as we have the Crocker School project, that'll be complete in a few years. That'll be grades 1 through 5. That's remaining Crocker Elementary. High schools, Goodrich Academy, are not impacted. The other schools' names are not impacted. So I would hope this is a long-term approval tonight by the school committee, and we just move forward.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Jokel, on the time changes, and particularly the South Street Early Learning Center, that seems to be kind of early to me. So was there any community input in terms of that time?
Yep, we've been meeting with a redistricting committee now for 5 months, and over the last 2 months, we announced what the times were. We held a community meeting at Memorial about 3 weeks ago now. It was a combined redistricting and Student Opportunity Act update. So we've been sharing the start times now over the last month, since the middle of March.
Okay, thank you.
Again, Mr. Superintendent, the woman who called in and was distressed with the time changes weren't convenient for her, Do you know if she was speaking of one school and one time, or of,
No,
does she have children in different schools?
I just asked Mr. Thompson about that. We'll determine who she is, but we'll work with her and see if we can reach some kind of an amicable solution to help her out. I know it's, that must be difficult, but, yeah,
We can find that out.
We can find, we'll look up the individual's name and we can see what school. I'm probably thinking it's McKay.
Yeah.
But I will do some research and find out.
And just vis-à-vis my interest in the past and knowing who the people are that speak to us, would you please include that in our records, who spoke? And in other words, respect their time here and have a record that they were here.
They weren't here. I read the name during my reading of the statement that she had, so.
We have it.
We have it, the smallest.
So just for clarification,
Address that at all or no?
I'm sorry?
Did you want me to address that
Yep.
at all?
Yeah, what was her name?
The name of the person?
Yeah. Do we have that?
I have that. I have the
Yeah, it's
email.
Nicole Maldonado.
Maldonado, I thought it was Maldonado, yeah.
Maldonado.
Okay.
quick question, clarification. So Longjo, South Street, and McKay are the only three schools whose start times are changing. All the other times that are listed here are the same times they've been going for this year as well?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I just had a quick comment. I know that logistics are pretty much the limiting factor when you're scheduling all of these times, and it's a tight ship to run with all the different, the tiered busing system and so on. But just to note, I saw that there was another school district, and I forget if it was local or not, you'll have to forgive that, but that set the earliest time to be 8:30 to start school throughout the district, and it was to address mental health concerns in the district, to give kids a boost, that was one of their accommodations to address that. And I thought that was very creative. I've always thought that. If there's any way to, adjust that time or to put that into consideration, I just think it's something to consider.
Yeah,
I can talk about the high school.
Aiden, we went back and forth with these times, and we tried to, get them, pushed to 8:30 as close as possible.
Yeah.
But because of the tiered system, this is the best we could do.
Right, and I remember we've gone into a very in-depth conversation about this like 2 years ago, and it is a very tight logistical maze or whatever puzzle to solve, so,
And
I
we
appreciate
tried-
that.
And we tried to do some time changes during COVID when we were remote, and I think, the community kind of spoke up saying that they didn't like the changes, especially at the high school level, because a lot of our students need the earlier time to get out so they can, they can work.
Right.
Or they have a sporting activity, extracurricular activities, things like that, so.
Appreciate it.
Quick question. If we didn't do a tiered system, if we added another bus, what's the cost of adding one bus? I mean, it's
About $95,000 now per bus.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Again, my question and my concern is like Mr. Horgan, in terms of starting early. I know in the past, we've tried to start early like that, and then ended up, I don't know if Mr. Shalfo can, because I know he's been here a while, when we tried to start early like that, especially with the younger kids, it just didn't, so that's why I was asking you, was that, on a broader scale, was a community, was surveys sent out or anything like that to kind of get some parental feedback? Because, I have grandchildren around that age, and they're terror to get out of.
Yeah, we didn't do a survey I don't recall us doing a survey on the start times, other than us having the meetings. Again, we've had it on the agenda at school committee meetings since November. We've been holding the monthly redistricting meetings. And again, earlier in the month, actually it's last month now, the public meetings that we held at Memorial, so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now moving on to the budget items here, I turn to Mr. Shalfo.
So we have one donation to be accepted, and it's from the Digital Federal Credit Union to Mr. Roach at Fitchburg High School for $20,000, and that is to be used for scholarships for members of the class of 2022. We have 2 grants to be accepted, one from the United Way for $10,800 to support project-based learning, enrichment activities, and comprehensive student support services. And the second for $8,000, it's the Adult Education Services Planning Grant. The purpose is it's a competitive grant program to support the capacity of building and planning activities to prepare organizations to provide new and expanded educational trainings of adult learners. We also have a check from, I believe it's Savas is the
Savas.
correct pronunciation, for royalties. And this is from a series of math books that were produced in the district. And that check is for $26.10.
It's that legit, $26.10?
It used to be in hundreds, and maybe like 1,000. We're going back, I think, maybe
So this
5 or
is
6
2012,
years.
so this is 10 years ago.
This is, yeah,
This
this is several.
curriculum's probably a little outdated
Yeah,
now.
That might have been a typo or something.
No,
you know what I
no.
mean?
Had any updated versions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then lastly, Craig, do you have the budget presentation?
Yep.
That you can bring up, or I don't know if that's to come up through Mr. Thompson or my screen?
Hopefully you have better luck than I do. Is that, sir?
There we go, please.
Should be good. So again, just a quick update of where we are in our FY23 budget planning. This is just a pretty high-level overview. Some of it is somewhat redundant, but I just want to make sure that we catch folks up on the process. I think it's important that we always begin our budget conversations with our focus around what our needs are for the goals and commitments of the district, and then the areas that we're really working on, the curriculum that is accessible and reflective of our students, tiered system of academic support, staff development and diversity recruitment planning, and providing a sense of welcoming and belonging for all members of our community. And again, these are the 3 highlighted areas that we've identified from the Student Opportunity Act, supporting educators to implement high-quality aligned curriculum, inclusion, co-teaching for students with disabilities and English language learners, and expanding the capacity to address our SEL mental health needs for our students and for our families. And these were from, I believe, a list of 26 targeted areas from the Department of Ed. So these numbers are nothing new to us. I just wanted to give a quick overview. Again, we are aware that our net school spending budget has increased over $8 million, up to $88.3 million. This year's school budget compared to last year's went up another $8.5 million. And when we subtract out our transportation, the school's direct school spending budget is $67,644,000. That's an increase of $7.4 million over last year. So that's the number that we're looking at right now, that we're planning and vetting all of our requests and to identify the important needs throughout the district. Just a quick overview of what we've been doing around the budget process is we've developed a needs-based budget, and this was a template that was sent out to all school principals, admin teams to work with their ILTs, as well as our departments at central office to work with directors to identify what their greatest needs are. And keeping in mind that we're looking for a budget that is supportive of aligned to meet the needs of all students, aligned with school-wide instructional goals and student support needs at the building level as well as the district level. We have been meeting with individual school building principals, and part of their ILT meetings has been their group sharing with us what they've identified as their specific needs by each school. And again, we're looking at prioritizing our staffing needs, our curriculum needs, and our professional development needs. So just a really quick overview. This is kind of a summation of the requests that we have seen from all of our buildings so far. I've kind of broken them out into categories. Admin directors, either deans or ETLs, which are educational team leaders. These are areas of leadership, our classroom teachers, SPED and SEL, ESL teachers, Title I academic support, guidance and SEL, electives and specials, paraprofessionals, and clerical. You can see a real theme developing here around our SPED and our L needs of $1.1 million with requests of 15 additional staff. All the others have, and again, they follow a very specific theme. Most of our buildings are asking for additional Title I support, academic support, and then staffing to continue to support their social emotional learning and guidance departments. Currently, I believe it's 56 additional positions for FY23 that have been requested. We're in the process of vetting that out at a total cost right now of $4.2 million. But again, we're still in the process of really looking at how this aligns with not only the building needs, but also our district's strategic goals. You know, as we talk about our general funds and that provided to us from the state and from local, we also have to keep in mind that we continue to work with our ESSER, our federal funding that we received during the pandemic. ESSER 2 is what we're working on now, a grant of $7.4 million, and then ESSER 3 coming up over the next couple of years at $16.6 million. And this is information that I shared. I won't go through the entire list, but these are projects that we are targeting our ESSER funds towards. And also, some of this has already been items that we've actually purchased through the use of ESSER funds. At the bottom, I highlight removed from FY22 salaries. So we're at about $1.5 million right now that we're carrying from FY22 in ESSER, that we want to move some portion, if not all of that, over to our general funds as we move forward this year. But again, you know, some of this is related to our redistricting efforts in purchasing new furniture for our classrooms at different schools, looking at replacing playgrounds, looking how, you know, curriculum needs are. We know that we have a need for social studies district-wide, and then we'll be upgrading to Eureka Math Squared.
Mr. Shalfo, am I safe to say what I'm looking at in terms of investments, there is virtually no restriction as to what you can use that money for?
Yeah, the restrictions really fall into addressing learning loss, air quality, and we start with air quality with the envelope. So roofs, other types of HVAC systems to kind of get us through air quality at some of our systems that have been, that need upgrading, that have been end of life for many, many years.
Capital needs, yeah.
Capital,
Yep.
yeah. We still continue to pursue aggressively the MSBA projects through the accelerated repair. We're working with green communities as well. There's no rock that goes unturned when it comes to looking for grant funding to help us support our facilities.
Okay. Yes. In there anywhere, is there an estimation, well, now would be what we have spent, but of the future rising cost of heat? Because based on oil, I mean, could be tremendous, you know?
Cost of utilities?
Heat.
Yeah, yep. So certainly, I mean, we've seen considerable inflation in the cost of heat.
But I'm saying, are you encompassing that in these plans for the future? You might have to adjust it, because if you've been working on it a long time, you didn't have the costs that we now experience that are accelerating. Also, to foresee the needs for cost of food in the future. I mean, that's looming. It would be wise for us to see what's a possibility that might hit us and be prepared.
Yep.
Especially when we have funds.
Yep.
I guess you might call those emergency funds or something
Well, all
like
these
that.
are very important factors when we look at the complete budget. Operating costs and those things that we're expecting to take hold of over the next year. And then I shared the budget calendar in the packet this week. We have a number of resource subcommittee meetings coming up over the course of the next month and a half or so, as well as continued updating at our school committee meetings. Our first reading will be on May 16th, which is similar to last year, with our final reading on June 6th. Yes.
Are those meetings just for the members of that subcommittee, or can I just see, you know, I don't
Those
want to
are
go to
open,
all of them.
those are open, yep. To the
public.
Absolutely.
You can show up to any subcommittee meeting. You can be recognized to speak at that meeting, but you cannot vote.
Thank you.
And we hold these both in person and virtual, so it's a hybrid meeting, so if somebody wanted to, it's virtual and in person, so if somebody wanted to log in from home, those are active links that'll be shared on the agendas when I send them out.
Oh, yeah, they posted meetings. Jim, Mr. Walsh just made a comment. Those are posted meetings, so they're open to the public.
Yep. So they, I don't know if they've all been posted yet, because we just have the 48-hour posting window, but
48, but I
that's
mean-
the proposed schedule that
Yep.
Mr. Shalfo
I
is
sent, so
recommending.
far, we've gotten good, positive feedback from the committee member or for the subcommittee, so these dates are available. Wanted to send them out first for review before I send out the actual invites, but I'll be sending out invites, and I'll make sure that I copy all members of the school committee on those.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments of Mr. Shalfo? The budget calendar or the budget summary? Mr. Mayor, I think we're ready to move on to the action items.
Does the committee wish to bundle the action items?
Make a motion to bundle the action items.
Motion made. Seconded to bundle action items 22-150 through and including 22-154. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It is unanimous.
Make a motion to accept the action items 22-150 up through 22-154.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to accept action items 22-150 up through and including 22-154. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It is unanimous.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
Motion is made to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel matters.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
We said that earlier.
Okay.
We are now in executive session.